Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show for real.
You started like 3 times. I finally took a bite of pizza, and then it was
Unprofessional.
for real.
Unprofessional. Anyway,
Steve, Steve,
yes, Dana.
you know what? Professionals get paid. Are you paying me? I don't think so.
I am not. I am not paying you. You are not. You. This is. I thought this was pro bono. No,
There's a joke in there somewhere.
there's totally a joke in there.
Help us out, folks in the chat.
There's totally a joke in there.
Guess what?
Oh, yes. Okay, so we're watching we're watching Firefly, of course. We're watching Firefly, and we're watching episode 6, which is our Mrs. Reynolds. So
See, you are being shamed.
sorry, Duralta Trekkie. Yes, I know.
Yep, I'm just forced to watch what is finally my favorite episode.
This is your favorite episode?
This is my favorite episode.
Oh, that's great. See, because you've been coy about it.
I have. And now I'm absolutely shameless. Tell everyone. Michael Olsen, there's a joke there too.
Yes, there definitely is. Paid with exposure. Yes, there definitely is a joke there.
For those of you who are familiar with Firefly, especially appropriate for this episode.
So we are watching our Mrs. Reynolds, and I posted a time code in the chat for those of you who are watching along with us live, and hopefully that's all of you, because I feel like if you watch a watch along show and you're not watching the thing that we're watching along, maybe you'll miss a little something. But so for those of you who are watching it,
people might just know it that well.
That's true. That's true. But for those of you who are watching along with us, if like me, you're watching it on Hulu or some other streaming service where you have the bit at the beginning that's sort of like the recap. And in this episode, it is Book doing the recap, who's just sort of summarizing the premise of the show. You want to go ahead and jump ahead to 37 seconds in. That's 37 seconds in, or 43 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. And that is where we will all start, because Dana watches a version that does not have the intro at the beginning, that just starts the episode. So if we all jump ahead to 37 seconds in, when I say 3, 2, 1, play, we'll all be synced up. So, but before we get to that,
yes,
it is pizza night.
Pizza night.
And
what's on your pizza, Steve?
This is a margarita pizza. So it's cheese and diced tomatoes.
Wait, you put tomatoes in your margaritas?
No, it's margarita pizza.
Huh. I wonder why it's called that.
I don't know. It's spelled a little differently.
Yeah, that's true. Well, nerd time.
Go ahead, please.
That do you know what margarita means?
I do not. I don't think so. Maybe I used to and I forgot, but I don't. Huh?
It means daisy.
Oh, so it's daisy pizza?
Apparently so. Well, that's why margarita is a yellow drink.
Right.
And so that's why it's called the daisy. And it's also related, of course, to the name Marguerite. So fun.
I did not know that.
Gerald or Trekkie, that is very much, I think this is like either Canadian ham or Canadian bacon. I'm not sure which. Either way, it's good. And pineapple. So I have pineapple on my pizza. It's zingy and I like it. Orangemon asks, now, given the spelling there, I'm very curious if you follow IX, Orangemon. Orangemon, we have it on DVD. So, I mean, so this is from like back in the day, like old school.
And I am watching on Hulu, so.
And also, Duralter Trekkie, you can actually find, if you poke around online, there are on the Dispossessed is available online. So you could read along with us if you wanted to catch up to like chapter 8 at this point. So you'd have some reading to do, and that might take away from your fanfic writing time. But
indeed,
I do know that it is available on time. I think Random Geek is reading it online. But
Yeah, and I'm reading. I mean, I'm reading it. I have a digital copy that I check out from my library, so I'm reading a digital copy too. So it's
oh, Ace of Seven. See, there you go. That makes so much sense because it's not a yellow pizza. My pizza is probably more yellow because it's got pineapple in it. But
indeed.
that is very interesting. All right, well, I'm totally ready because this is my favorite episode, and I
All
will
right.
be really interested. Steve,
Yes.
no pressure, but I mean, if you don't like it, I mean, that might be it.
Well, like you said, no pressure.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
All right then. No pressure. Let's just watch this and enjoy this episode of television.
Okay, I hope
With
everybody's got it queued up. I've got it. It's right here, right
yes,
here. I'm
every
so ready.
I
So
believe
ready.
I believe you.
I am.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, so and once again, real quick, just one last time for those of us who are watching a version that has the introduction at the beginning, and in this version, it's Book doing the intro. You want to skip ahead to 37 seconds in, and that is the point that I will count us in at, so we can all be synced up with Dana and with anybody else who's watching it on a DVD or a version that doesn't have the intro.
And then you say 3, 2, 1, but you don't do it all in one. You say 3, 2, 1, play, and everybody
Yes,
clicks on play.
exactly.
Yes,
You click
very
play
important.
on play, not on one. It's 3, 2, 1, play. And then listen for instructions. And when we get to a commercial or something, I'll say 3, 2, 1, pause. And that works the same way. So everybody knows what we're doing. Everybody's queued up. Here we go. You ready?
Whew, I'm so, yes, you know I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Counting us in. 3, 2, 1, play.
And again, with the ye and the hawing.
The Western. It is a space Western.
They're not in space, obviously.
But they're on a planet that is in space.
I mean, by according to that, I mean, all westerns are space westerns because planets exist in space. All right, shh.
That's a little demanding.
Ta-da! Classic line.
Nice.
I don't know, Doral Tracking. I think I would might have fetched in that pretty fuller bonnet.
Indeed.
It's like the Wizarding World. Like a good breeze around my privates, I do.
It's witchcraft.
He's so drunk.
You're the guy. I love you, man. You're not getting my rain stick, Jane. Wow, it's got a lot of booze in it.
Everything's got a lot of booze in it.
Oh, it's the Old West, or the future Old
The
West.
New West.
It's yeah.
And everybody's happy, which means it's the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I'm sure these good feelings will last for the next hour or so. Nothing eventful will happen.
Oh, there'll be other good feelings.
Indeed.
Jen got the stick.
Get the hell off my ship. Goodbye. Well, all's well that begins well.
Charles, you could wear the flower circlet atop the bonnet. Extra fancified.
To Wubba Space wife. Oh, that long take was awesome.
Uh-huh. So she's Mrs. Reynolds.
Our Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh, opinions no one cares about. He does. He always does. I mean, seriously. She gave him a bowl full of booze. What's not to like?
Horses, horses, horses.
Yeah.
Okay, just run that back. How come you got a wife? This is going to be his problem.
Oh, wait. I love Zoe.
That's funny. You're all going to want to see this shit. Don't profane this sacred moment. You brute. Oh.
He's not a monster. He's just an asshole.
Boy, he looked that shit up in the encyclopedia fast.
It's like Google. You just put in your search
Yeah,
terms.
that's true. Did he get married? You don't even remember our wedding night? I'm laughing on the inside.
Not the only. Oh no, she ain't.
Camera, TV.
Now, if there's anybody who could do better, it's Inara.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
Or, just, pay attention and beat him to it, dear.
Well, at least he's self-aware. Oh, where'd you come from?
Well, Steve, when a man and a woman.
What's a wave? Is that like a fleet?
Special help hawk.
Quaint. Nobody's assuming that. We don't have to.
That's for me to do.
Take your hands off the cup. Bye.
Leftovers. Now it's okay.
Oh.
Mr. Group's like, oh, I know where we're at.
My.
Remember when you asked about coming in and I said no?
How'd you think this was going to go?
Yes, you were.
I've come for the woman.
Oh, gosh.
3, 2, 1, pause. So I am paused at 16 minutes, 58 seconds in. That is 23 minutes and 35 seconds remaining for everybody who is following along, which is hopefully everybody. Okay. I definitely don't feel any pressure now because if it keeps up this way, this is totally going to be my favorite episode of the show so far.
The dialogue is just awesome.
It's really, really good. I am liking this episode way more than I have liked any of the episodes so far to this point in the episode. It's just
So it's a contender with the train job?
oh, it's better than the train job up to this point. Oh my god, it's by far the best episode of the show so far. Again, like I say, if it keeps up, if it's like this the whole way through, then yeah, it'll. I mean, unless there's a better one after this will be my favorite episode too. I really think the show is at its best when it's being funny.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought that.
Well, and also Whedon's good with snappy dialogue.
Yes.
This episode, whoa.
Yeah. So I don't want to say too much now.
Not done yet with the good dialogue.
I don't want to say too much now because I feel like I'll just end up repeating myself when we get to the end. But I mean, yeah, I'm really liking it so far.
So favorite parts so far?
Oh God. Well, I mean, it's just, everything before Saffron comes out is just setup. But once she shows up and it becomes like a full-on comedy, I mean, it's like it's just one awesome line after another, and Mal's like obvious discomfort. My favorite part is Mal's conversation with Saffron where he says you have the right to try and kill anybody just the same as anybody else. That whole conversation is just amazing. It's
You
so
just
funny.
kill them right back.
Yeah, you kill them right. You look. You have the same rights as anybody else to live and try to kill people. I mean, it's like God. That is so good. That is so
I,
good.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm digging Wash and Zoe in this one. Really.
Oh,
When
they
he
were great. Oh,
we
yeah.
get
Oh, that
Wash over here, and she's like, click on the intercom.
everybody.
Attention, everybody. He's like, no, 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 no.
And of course, I mean, as is the case in every episode so far. I imagine every episode of the show. I mean, Alan Tudyk is
Delightful.
hilarious, and I mean that the way he reads that line of oh, we were wondering when you two kids were ever going to get together. Who is she? Like it's perfect. It's absolutely
Yes.
perfect. So
He went to Juilliard.
I've heard. So I've heard. So
Oh.
yeah, I mean, so far so good.
And of course,
yeah.
Preacher.
Oh yes, yes. I love. Again, there's just so many great lines, like a special level of hell reserved for child molesters and people who talk at the theater. Like that's just what a great line.
And then the return, the special hell.
The special hell.
Just
in case you forgot, the special hell.
Until during the cooking stuff. And she's like, oh, I didn't think to make enough for your friends. And she looks at Zoe and says, but everything's laid out if you like to make some for your man. And Watson's like, I didn't even say it.
That wasn't even me. I didn't say you should cook anything. Shit. Charles Chapman. It's probably a combination of all three of those, and also just the fact that she's sort of on her own on the ship. Like she's vulnerable and obviously,
fish out of water. I mean,
fish out of water. Yeah.
I mean, because they have some similar, behaviors towards, and also she's not annoyingly weird. She is weird, but in a fairly predictable way, unlike River. And they are also protective of River.
Yes, they are.
But, the idea that they could find somewhere else for her. She obviously has skills. I mean, she's a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
She's well-spoken, and she seems nice, but and she's we saw that she apparently seemed to know the steps to the dance. I mean, she's not a klutz or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and also, I mean, we also this is usually the answer to questions like this, the real answer, which is that it's funny. It's funny for them to be on pins and needles around her, especially it sort of exacerbates Mal's discomfort with the whole situation, which is one of the
he doesn't have any reason not to like her. He doesn't like the situation, right? He has to be nice to her.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like she's fine. It's just like he's completely, on the back foot with this whole thing. He doesn't want to hurt her feelings, but at the same time, it's like
he's Malcolm Reynolds.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the reason, because
every time he says something, she starts crying again at the beginning there. Like
what
apparently you are married. What's it say about divorce? He doesn't want me. Then Kaylee cusses him out. I love it. I'm like, don't worry, honey. He makes everybody cry.
He's like a monster.
I'm not a monster. I'm just an asshole. He doesn't actually say that, but what's great is he doesn't have to.
It's implied.
Well, no. It's more like you don't really watch The Big Bang Theory.
I have never seen a single episode of it ever.
There's one where Sheldon gets drunk, and I forget what he says about some secret of whoever the main character is. He's like, da-da-da. It's not a secret. He goes, everybody knows. And just his delivery on that is really good. But yeah, Mal, you're an asshole. Everybody knows.
You know why I've never watched that show?
Because the characters are annoying as shit.
Because I like my sitcoms to be funny.
Well, it's a good thing we're watching this then, isn't it?
Indeed. Hey, CMAC. Yes, just in time.
CMAC, it was because we missed you so much.
Exactly. Now everything's cool. So for CMAC and for anybody else who showed up relatively recently, we're going to get back into this. I am paused at the time code I am 16 minutes 58 seconds in. That is 27 minutes 35 seconds remaining, and we are going to get back into this here in a moment. So, any other thoughts or anything
Well,
you want to say
Colin
before we go
says
back in?
that wash is discomfort. Wash, or do you mean Mal? Because wash is only a little bit uncomfortable, and then once he gets his bow, he's quite happy apparently. I mean, once Mal gets up and leaves, and he's like, "Ooh, leftovers." He's like, he's
Yeah,
happy.
yeah. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't think it's yeah. I mean, it's comic discomfort. I don't think it's like uncomfortable to watch. I think it's delightful. I mean, I think it's really funny.
Oh God, Daralto Trekkie Golden Girls is wonderful.
Golden Girls is very funny.
See, I'm like, this is my favorite episode. We finally got here. Finally, I'm so glad that this is my favorite episode, and not one of the later ones. Because man, I hate waiting. I hate it. I don't like it.
Well, then shall we wait no longer
Yes, let's
to
wait
dive
no
back in?
longer. Hey, I've got my cursor, my little pointer finger over the play button. I'm waiting on you.
Your little pointer finger is
A
poised
little
and ready
pointer
to go.
finger, a little link thing.
All right, here we go. Everybody, get ready. We're gonna count. I'm gonna count us in from 3, and
Come on.
we will continue with the episode in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh my.
Colin, that's really interesting.
I saw that one coming.
Wait, wait. I call her Vera. Oh, Vera.
My days of not taking you seriously are certainly coming to a middle.
Oh.
What a great
Adam
line.
Baldwin may be an asshole, but man, his face.
God, who are you, a ghost? Of course, I took her literally once, and This ship needs more ladders. I'm going to say it.
Oh, Emerlyn, we're right at one flesh.
Yeah. About 22 and a half minutes in. Whoa, hey, flesh.
Woo!
Special hell.
I'm shifting in my seat here.
Sit down. A little judgmental, Saffron.
Fat shaming.
Not cool. I knew right away you were the worst.
I'm not blubberous. Yes, they're ultra tricky.
Humana, humana, humana.
Uh, uh,
Oh, that's special hell. I mean, how bad could special hell be, really? It's called special.
Soft focus and everything.
I'm going to go to the special hell. Oh, my. What a twist. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. So I paused at 25:57 in. That's 18:36 remaining. So Plot twist.
So
What a twist. Yes, Deralta Trekkie. That yes, good use of wrestling jargon, my friend. That is a heel turn. That is a heel turn for sure.
but
Yeah.
I would say it's more of a face heel reveal.
True. Yes. 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 Because we don't really. We have. I mean, we've just met her this episode. We don't really know her. So yeah, more of a heel reveal.
So
CMX saying, "Is that a phaser in your pocket?"
not
I don't think.
hers.
I don't think they call them
She
phasers, but
didn't
yeah,
have
they're.
no pockets.
Well, that depends on how filthy we want to get with this. Yeah. So yeah.
So did you see that coming?
No, I did not.
Oh,
I
it
should have. I mean,
surprised you.
I look. I mean, you figure something's going to happen because
Mhm.
I mean, you know, the episodes. The episode's not just going to be, you know,
Them living happily ever after.
well,
That ain't
not. It's not going to be that, and it's also not just going to be everybody is comically uncomfortable for 45 minutes and then they drop her off on some planet. Like something's going to happen,
what?
you know. So, but I did not specifically see that coming. But that's very interesting. Yeah.
And did you notice who figured it out?
Who figured it out?
Zoe. She was right.
Oh, that's right. She said that girl's trouble. Yeah, that's
She
right.
said,
Yes, that's right.
Yep, C-Mac.
Not normally.
Y'all missing out.
They usually edit those parts out of Riker's conversations. Riker doesn't say that. He just gets that grin, and you're like, I know what that guy's thinking. Like, yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what else happened since. Oh yeah, in the bit about them being watched.
Oh yeah. There's like I don't know what would you call them? Scavengers, pirates, yeah.
Pirates, I would say, kind of like they're looking at taking the ship.
They want that ship. Yeah.
Oh, it would have happened a lot sooner to Riker.
Oh right. Oh, totally.
Okay, so also question: there was an enormous plot hole. Did you see it?
A plot hole? No, I didn't notice. What's the plot hole?
Yeah, huge.
Okay.
So what happened there at the end?
She kisses Mal and he passes out. I guess, she's
Okay.
poison.
How?
I don't know. Maybe she had like poison lipstick or something. So what's the plot hole?
Didn't you notice it wasn't anything about the kiss?
Not particularly.
They were kissing open mouth. If her lipstick was poison, she would have gotten it too.
Oh, well maybe she must be immune to it. It's like the Princess Bride. She's immune. She built up an immunity.
Yes, to IOK Tyler.
Yeah.
It's fiction, and I just accept it. That's not the way immunity works.
Never go in against a mail order bride when death is on the line.
But that's like she's the opposite of a mail order.
Wouldn't
bride.
it be like?
She's like a mail disorder bride.
All due respect.
He didn't order her. He didn't ask for her. He didn't. I mean, I guess he didn't kind of pay for her. But
I had to come up with something, and it was a split-second decision to make that joke. I had to come up with something.
Well, I don't give A's for effort, but gold star for trying.
Thank you.
I think about stickers for
I would love a sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, Charles Chapman. Maybe she took an antidote ahead of time.
Maybe she wears rubber lips like Robin, but there would be some rubber tongue as well. Like her entire mouth and teeth would have to be what's that? Sort of the futuristic version of a dental dam.
Yeah, which it is space, so they probably have those.
They might, indeed.
Rubber lips are immune to your charms.
She gargles. Yeah, she's well. I mean, they do have paint on. I mean, just like
Yeah.
clear latex. The
Yeah.
whole.
So she just like chugged a bottle of that to, to coat her whole mouth.
Yeah, and her
That's why.
esophagus. I'm
So
sure that's safe.
Mal was kissing her. Was like, this feels weird. Oh, her mouth is made of dental dam. Exactly. We don't know about her species. She looks human. Maybe
Exactly.
she's some kind of alien.
Not. Dear Ultra Trekkie, I never give A's. Students earn them.
Ah, spoken like a true teacher.
Very primly.
I do not give A's.
I do let students know. I say, if this is, if you, I have rubrics and checklists, and I say, if you do this and this and this and this and this, this is, this is worth this many points.
Right.
Y'all do the arithmetic.
Ultra Trekkie says the poisonous lipstick read the script and knew who to knock out.
Exactly. Speed a plot. There we go. But there's also, I don't know if it's a fetish, but I mean, did Steve, did you ever put like Elmer's glue on your fingertips?
Oh yeah, and then it dries and it peels
and
off.
Then peel it off. I mean, classically,
Yeah.
and you're like, look, there's my fingerprint.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun.
Yeah.
So, well, I know what happens next.
I can't wait to find out.
Do you have any guesses?
Is she, maybe I don't know. I would say she's in cahoots with the pirates, but it seems like the pirates didn't know about the ship until they just found it. So I don't know. But if I had to, and I'm trying to remember specifically if there was anything else. But I mean, my guess would be that she's in cahoots with the pirates somehow. But like, I don't know if that even works. They're cahooting, but I don't know if that even makes sense given what's been established. But that's just
Mr. Croup. Except for the fact that I'm not dead. I love that line.
I do not give A's. I have them torn from my cold, dead hands. Okay. So once again, I'm paused.
I decree them.
You award them when they are properly earned.
When they are earned.
Yes.
I acknowledge them.
You acknowledge. You recognize them.
Exactly. I on the turntables. Oh God, 87. Yeah, if she'd known about the reward on River. Whew.
And you are cahooting with them? Okay, here we go. Ready? So time code for everybody. We're 25:57 in, 18:36 remaining, and I'll count us in from 3, and we will continue with what is so far my favorite episode of Firefly, and also Dana's favorite episode. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm not the captain.
James, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think that is definitely an arguable statement.
But that was my seat. I was sitting in my seat. No, Dora Ultra Trekkie. That ain't what Saffron wants. I know what Saffron wants. I love Alan Tudyk. Opinions no one cares about. Exactly.
Oh, yes. I love it. God, let's just get on with it.
Yes, Sir Ultra Trekkie, she is. She is very skilled.
You know, I'm beginning to think she's not to be trusted.
Oh, come on.
I got that feeling. I'm going to
Trust is
tape
for.
the door shut. That'll show him.
Oh, just wait. It's special tape.
It's special tape, like from Special Hell.
Well, it burns.
It's hell tape. It's special hell tape.
Special hell tape. She's apparently been to the special hell.
Oh. Ooh, good line. Charles Chapman, game recognizes game. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Kaylee's not gonna like her anymore. She's screwing with the ship.
Oh yeah, that's it. You've lost. You. Yeah. Oh, look at the cute little shuttle with its little wings. Oh. I'm sorry for all the nasty things I've said recently. Not all of them. It's good poison. What happened about me? Aha.
It's like, yay, fire. Gosling. Let's be precise.
Goslings, baby geese. Moving right along.
I love the pride in Zoe's voice. Wash didn't. And you were right. Steve,
Yes.
you were right.
Gonna go back and watch that again. Oh, that helps.
Poor Boo Boo.
Oh no. 3, 2, 1, pause.
So you were
Well,
right.
well, well.
She
The plot
was in
thickens.
league with the pirates.
Indeed. And yes, as Deralta Trekkie says, now I will be in my bunk.
No, you won't. You're anxious for us to finish this.
I need
So
to finish
then
the
you can go
episode.
back and watch and be like, oh, I'm right. Oh, I'm right. I'm right. I'm telling you, it's nice, isn't it?
It feels so good to be right.
It's
No,
no, not just to be right. Like I know I'm right a lot, but to have
to have
someone else to be validated.
yes, to have you say it. Exactly. So for everybody watching, we're paused. I am paused at 37:34, which is also 6:59 remaining. And so yeah,
You were right.
I was right. I mean, I guessed. I guessed because
Well,
it's
right. I
like
mean, essentially, those were like the plot threads that didn't fit in with everything else.
exactly. Roger Ebert called it the law of economy of characters, and he was specifically referring to like the identity of the murderer in like a mystery, where
Hmm.
it's like if you're close to the end of the movie and there's one character who hasn't really done anything that important yet, it's probably them, because why else are they in this? So it's like we have Mrs. Reynolds and the two
Only if it's
weird
badly
pirate.
written.
Well, yeah, but it's like a trope. It's yeah. I mean, you can, but so you have like the pirate guys and you
Because
have
90% of
Saffron.
everything is crap.
True. But it's like, gee, I wonder if they might have something to do with each other. It's not necessarily true, but it's a good guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ace of Seven says this is one of the best examples of how Firefly isn't committed to a particular genre. It's a space adventure, a thriller, a sitcom, and a western.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's a great example. And as I said earlier, I mean, of the genres so far, I think the one that suits it best is sitcom. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's so good when it's funny.
It's
Um,
well, I mean, it's like porn. Like the story is just the vehicle, the frame for the dialogue.
yeah,
It's just everything else is window dressing.
yeah, I agree.
But the story is interesting, and that there is, it's not nothing.
No, yeah,
It's like porn plus.
there, there is exactly. I mean, there is a story. It's all going somewhere. There's a
Mhm.
structure to it, and there's a point to it. But so I mean, yeah, if
But the funny bits are what
yeah,
we're here for. The
if
funny
if
bits between
if the show was just them sitting around cracking each other up or telling jokes or just snapping off witty dialogue, it wouldn't
wacky
be.
hijinks,
Yeah, it wouldn't be as good of a
which we'll
show.
get to.
But
Let me tell you. Oh boy! In fact, it's even been mentioned during this episode
ooh,
in the live chat.
ooh
And
boy, awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. So far, so good.
It really is. And
Yes.
I agree with their Alter Trekkie. My head wishes that, I'd just gotten the narcotics. But yeah, her face when he turns around, he's like, "Yeah, I really do love my wife." And did I ever tell you about how we met? She's like, "I don't care." I
Yeah.
just
Oh my God, the roll of the eyes is just amazing, and and that's the point where she knocks him out, where she's just like, "Oh, the hell with this! I'm not gonna. I'm not
well,
gonna
but
live."
also that's the point at which he has his back to her too.
That's true, but I
I
just
mean,
think,
that's
yeah, it's like, oh Jesus, I don't want to hear the how we met story. I'm just gonna knock this guy the hell out.
pretty much. Yep.
Ugh.
Because yeah, but yeah, it's because primarily it's because it's funny.
Yeah.
But also story wise, so that it's not just obvious. Well, why didn't she wait if she was just going to kick him in the head? Because because that's the one time he's not looking at her. But
Right.
yeah, somebody else mentioned the live chat that she's like, "Show me the stars," and he doesn't just say, "They're right there.
Right there.
They're right there. You can see them."
There are windows all over this bridge, anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the sudden change of divided, because it's not just the eye roll; it's
Yeah.
the
Well,
whole thing.
and presumably, if Mal had proved more resistant to her charms and he had turned his back on her, she would have just clugged him in the head too. I mean,
Hmm. Or otherwise,
incapacitated him in some other way. Yeah.
first strike. I'm telling you.
Oh, there you go.
But also the sudden change of body language with Inara, just immediate,
Oh yeah.
really well done. Also the fact that she goes inward, it accomplishes a couple of things. First of all, it reestablishes her submissive and naive persona. Second, she's been running and she is in action mode, and it allows her breathing and her heart rate to be obscured as they slow down.
Yes.
So, I mean, just really well done. Good point. Washes. Mel's used to having people try to punch him in the head. Again, Mel's an asshole.
In fact, that sounds like a Mal line. I'm used to having people try to punch me in the head.
Yeah, it's something that happens kind of regular.
Wouldn't be Tuesday without it.
Or
Okay.
a day that ends in
A
Y.
day that ends in Y. So shall we jump back in
My days
and
of trusting folks are sure coming to a middle. All right. Not that they ever existed. Yeah, like, so many great lines. Yes, let's finish
Let's
this
do
sucker
it.
off.
All right. So once again, paused at 37:34 in, which is 6:59 remaining, and we're going to jump back into this and finish this episode. And
Woo!
I'm going to count us
Or
in.
I'm so sorry. I
No,
mean, ha.
yeah. Keep it on genre now, on theme
On genre of like all of them.
of whatever genre this is, which is a whole bunch of genres.
Smash it up.
So
Ready?
right, ready. And counting is in from three. In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, a chop shop. It's efficient. A plan B that doesn't involve us getting electrocuted or gassed, please.
Or just, dropped out into space. Jane says, hooray!
I mean, I ain't got a better idea.
Do you have one, Jane? Do you have an idea? Do you
What?
know things? Think about this.
Jane, do you know things? Then I think you should be quiet.
We always think Jane should be quiet. Yeah, but Vera's a very special gun, Mr. Croup.
Uh-oh. Woohoo. Bye.
That was the problem now, wasn't it?
Yes, you have not learned anything, Mao.
But he made sure to kiss her on her hair where it was safe. Yeah, fighty.
Oh, okay, I kind of deserve that. I'm going to try to kill you. Yes. I love it.
There we go. Now, did you see that one coming?
I love it. No, not particularly. But I mean, actually, I guess I kind of did. Because I thought that's where he was going in the earlier conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When they were talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, I just fell and hit my head," and Mal was like trying to sort of suss out some detail, like, "So she trying to seduce you?" You know. So, but yeah. So in hindsight, yeah, that's where it was going. But
At the
yeah,
moment, we
yeah.
weren't. It was far enough removed from that conversation that that's not necessarily forefront in your mind, because she doesn't come up with a good story because she's still on drugs.
Right. Yeah. She's still sort of loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was that. Yeah, I think that was the best episode of the show by far so far. I mean,
So
that's
far,
it's. Yeah, I get because I haven't seen. You know,
the
that's
whole
the whole
thing.
point. That's the whole point of this series. I
The
haven't seen
series.
it, so you know. But of the episodes we've watched so far, that is definitely the best one. Yeah, I mean, it's because it plays to what I think are the strengths of the show, which is that it has a great cast
Mm-hmm.
that have fantastic comic timing,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think it's the best version of itself when it's being funny. Um, and a lot of Whedon shows are like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was also very much the case with Angel, which I think is still my favorite Joss Whedon show. When Angel was funny, Angel was absolutely outstanding because it had the same kind of deal where the cast just had awesome timing and awesome
Mm-hmm.
chemistry, and when they were just going to make you laugh and not just I mean when he's at sort of the peak of his powers as a writer, Whedon is really good at this of making you laugh and then like breaking your
No,
heart and like
no, not the head, never the head.
well like making you laugh and then like breaking your heart like in the next second or vice versa, you know, where like something absolutely awful and wrenching will happen and then 2 minutes later you're laughing your ass off and you're just like how did that even happen,
Mm-hmm.
you know. um yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
but yeah, I thought it was, yeah, this is a really, really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course, Saffron at the end becoming, or at least to some degree, a more sympathetic character when she says everybody plays everybody. That's You're always the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, no, no, you're not. And you know, she doesn't get that.
Yeah.
And so it becomes clear that it's as much about that as anything else.
Hmm.
So yeah, Saffron's my favorite character, hands down.
She's great.
Yep. Yep.
She's great.
um and that's just the I love the, you know, don't play a player thing. That I mean, she has to make the attempt because Inara catches her because,
Right.
you know,
Well, yes, that's the only play she has, unless she's
yeah,
just going to try to knock her out or something. But you know,
yeah, or it's difficult to know. I mean, that was play one.
right.
Um,
Well, and
yeah,
that,
I didn't like that. I thought, I mean, that was not that was too overt. That was too obvious for her. She should have done better than that. The where she sort of tries to physically seduce him. That's not going
yeah,
to
and
happen.
when it's obvious that's not going to work. Like the jig is up at that point, and
Yeah,
even Mal's not that gullible where he's going to be like, "Hey, maybe this could," you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
yeah.
he's like, "No, this is it. I came here to, you know, to catch you, not to, you
Which
know."
you know, raises the question. But he doesn't gloat.
No, he doesn't. He just knocks her the hell out. I mean,
It's that scene. It doesn't feel out of place, but it's one of those. It's a fridge moment when you go
yeah,
back. You're like, why did he go there? Why did he
yeah,
track her down? What was the point of that? Like, what was his purpose? He didn't really have one. The
yeah.
purpose was to get in a few more good lines of dialogue.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, you know, us in James in the live chat, he mentioned this during that scene too. Like saying it's a plot hole that because a rifle doesn't need oxygen around it to fire. Well, that's, you know,
Again,
that's
that's arguable because
it's, yeah, that's not a plot
Jane
hole. That's,
establishes earlier that Vera is a very special gun.
yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, it's a show. It's a show set in space. It's all made up.
What?
If a guy in the space show has a gun and says the gun needs oxygen to fire, that's what it needs. That's it. It's a made up space show, you know. Um,
You're breaking my heart, Steve.
but it's a good made up space show. Like it's not like, oh, he needed that. He needed to get his shuttle back. That's why he went after
Okay.
her. There you go. That so yeah, yeah.
He still didn't have to go in and talk to her.
What are you saying? You think maybe he's a little sweet on her?
I'm saying that Whedon wanted to get some, you know, Whedon wanted those lines of dialogue.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the whole reason.
That's
Yeah.
that's the
That's the
point.
real reason. That's the real
That's the
reason
real
for all of
reason,
it. Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But also the bit about him asking the bit about him asking her what her real name is.
Yeah.
It's so that he can say you would have lied anyway.
You would have just lied. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he knew it beforehand, so why bother asking?
Yeah.
I mean, like, did he think she might not? Or was he just curious about how long the fact that she just held his gaze and she didn't like pull back from it, and you know how, I mean, there are better responses to that. And she's better than that. That's not going to catch her off guard.
And like,
Sorry.
and what if she had like just immediately answered? He was like, "What is your real name?" And
then he hit her again. So obviously that wasn't it.
She would have just been like, "Oh, it's Kimberly," and he would have just been like,
exactly. For her, knowing him, your options are you don't answer right away, but you fake. Why does it matter to you? You don't care. It's not like you really care about me. I'm not going to tell you. You know?
yeah,
Deny it. Just jump them off, you know. But is the line.
I had that thought that it was a little cringy. The wedding night line, like, it looks like you got that wedding night after all. I felt that line. I thought that line was a little bit rapey too. Especially since he's like on top of her when he says it. Like that's after he's pushed her down onto the bed. And he's kind of holding her down and he says, "Looks like you got that wedding night after all." I thought that line was a teensy little bit rapey.
I'm confused. How so? Like
Wedding night.
legitimately confused because
Like,
like past. I mean, he's talking about past tense. She got what she wanted.
you think that's what he's referring to? He's not referring to their present situation?
No, because he's using past tense.
He could be referring to what's happening right now. Like, as in, like, you looks like you got that
No,
wedding night,
that would
as
be
in, here it
look
is.
like here it is. Would be looks like you're getting your wedding night after all.
I feel like you're being a little too.
I mean,
I feel like you're demanding too much precision from the character in terms of the
no, I'm
tense
not
in which he
demanding
is
precision from the
speaking.
character. I'm demanding precision from the writer. We've talked about, Whedon's
Okay, I mean,
strength is the
I
dialogue.
think, I think the way you're interpreting the line is reasonable, but I think it's also reasonable to interpret the line the way Mr. Krupp is interpreting it, and the way I interpreted it, which is that Mal is referring to what is happening in that moment, regardless of the tense of the verb that he is using. Because I don't think we should expect that Mal, the character, would be that precise about his verb tenses.
He's not, but he's exactly as precise as Whedon wants him to be.
Well, okay, I'm
And
just saying.
so the thing
I'm
is,
just saying.
my
I
thought is,
think you might be.
he's saying, oh, you screwed somebody else over.
Okay, I mean, I think that's a valid interpretation, but I do think I kind of read it the way it seems like Mr. Krupp did, that it was a little bit it was a little bit rapey. I mean, it's fine if you didn't. That's fine. If I mean, I'm like I say,
you know, as somebody who is really quick and really fast to point out things that I find problematic in terms of gender and power dynamics.
oh, fair enough. Absolutely.
Didn't even occur to me. Yeah, exactly. Charles Chapman. It's like, okay, so who you screwing over this time?
Yeah.
And not that I really want to know. Not that I really care, but of course you are. It's your thing.
Yes. Yeah. What
Now,
Colin
if
says too. Like
looks
that.
like you get that wedding night. I thought it.
I think you're being. I think you're being way too precise about the verb tense.
I misread it in Mr. Krupp's line. Looks like you get. I thought it was looks like you got, as in past tense.
I mean, for me, it would have been. It wouldn't have made a difference. But
Yeah. Yeah. If it's present tense, then it can. But I've just never heard it that way. I just figured he was talking about because. Yeah. Also, he's too proud. Yeah.
But yeah. Looks like you get that wedding. Okay, so yeah, so he is using present.
Okay,
tense.
so it is present tense. I just never heard it that way. I mean, because he's so, yeah. She beat him. He's too proud. I mean, without the crew, he was lost. Yes. Jelen, another one is trash. I like that one a lot.
And those are both coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And then of course there's those are both among my favorite, but the Janestown is probably my next favorite one. And that was the one that's been mentioned.
Yeah.
Or was referenced. It wasn't mentioned by title, but yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I like Saffron a lot. I like how I like her a lot. Somebody, I think, was it you who asked how she got, or it might have been somebody in chat who asked how she got them to make her the bride.
Someone in chat asked that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. She played everybody except for Zoe. She had Inara going early on. Zoe, beyond, I think Zoe figured her out before Inara did. But yeah.
Well, I also thought that it was possible that she just knew what the local custom was and just did what was necessary. You know what I mean? Like none of the other people on that planet even needed to be in on it. Like she just, laid the wreath on him and danced around. And if that's all they need, then,
Yeah, that she married him and it wasn't actually set up. Like she wasn't actually, because the guy says, I'm sorry, we don't have more to pay you.
Right.
And he's like, oh, it's okay. Da, 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 da. And she wasn't actually part of the deal.
Right.
She just did the ritual.
She took advantage of it.
Ship.
Yeah. For a cover story. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. That's
and
what I assumed.
Yeah. She is with her cover story. She's good.
She's good.
She's very skilled. And not unprincipled, but she has her own principles and she sticks to them.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Well, and as we've seen, as I think we talked about in an earlier episode, um, I mean, they have done a pretty good job of setting up the world of the show so that it's dog eat dog, so that
Mm-hmm.
even someone like her who is willing to, basically throw people to the dogs and allow people to get, get
Killed.
people killed, in order to. She's doing it. It's not completely sympathetic, but it's not completely unsympathetic either because she's doing it to keep her head above water. Like it's a rough world, and you have to do what you need to do to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that what she did was okay, but she's doing it in the context of like, well, I mean, I got to do so. It's kill or be killed out here. Like I have to do what I have to do
Yeah.
and so yeah, I think that the world of the show kind of allows for characters like that
Mm-hmm.
make sense.
Yeah. Emerly Book gets an encyclopedia from Simon and looks it up, and he
Yeah,
says, okay, so this is what happens, and I remember she put the flowers on you and you drank the wine, and then
right.
there was a holding hands. According to this,
You're
you're
married.
congratulations. Inara's look at the beginning when especially as she's there and they go past, and Mal's saying, I'm the only one, she and I are the only ones that don't find this funny.
Yeah, and
And
Nara's like, I don't think
the
it's funny.
camera's not like on her, but she's sort of like to the side in the
Yeah.
frame. It's really nice. It's a great shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's really well crafted, and I like Saffron a lot. She just kicks so much ass.
It's a really, really good episode. I can totally see why it's your favorite episode. Like I say,
Yep.
so far of the ones we've watched, I mean, as much as I have said every week since we watched that the train episode is my favorite, like this blows the train episode away. This is,
Yes.
yeah, it's such a good episode, and because it's just, it's so damn funny. Like the first 2/3 of it are really, I mean, the ending, the last act is really good too, but the funny bits, man, the funny bits, like it's just, that's what.
And her, I mean, it sets up that her almost preternatural abilities, when she's like, he's like, you want some more cider? That's for me to do. Oh,
Yeah.
holy
Okay.
okay.
Sorry.
You're a little, but she out rivers River.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
River, I mean, we see her in the episode, but River can't be in this episode because River would have known.
That's right. But yeah, so yeah, it makes sense that they sort of sidelined her. She doesn't really have much to do. And Simon.
It's another one of my favorites. Really, really, really good. God, that one's good. But yeah, this is still my favorite. And then of course, yeah, the very beginning. I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you. I mean, so many great lines.
Yeah.
So
You are not the man I met a year ago.
How can you say that? Shame me in front of new folk. Yeah. And what's interesting is it's that there's not that many to choose from. All right. Well, do you got anything else? Because
I'm about done. We can do so.
we didn't really get to. I had we'd sort of talked about. I had sort of talked around with this because of course I knew Saffron was about a bit about her companion training.
Yes.
And we didn't get to my bit, but that's okay. I can save it if you'd like.
Oh, I would love for you to save your bit.
I'll save the bit.
But we talked about asking at the end of an episode, asking each other a question from now on. Do you remember that?
No, but that's my superpower, is forgetting things. So
Well,
please remind me.
that because you are watching Deep Space Nine reluctantly, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
am watching Firefly reluctantly, that we ask each other.
So how reluctant are you looking forward to the next episode?
I would say on the strength of this episode, I am much less reluctant about watching the series as a whole. Yeah, this was such a strong episode that it kind of because I mean, as you know, like we don't talk about it a lot when we're not doing this show, but we mention it occasionally. And I'm not like I've enjoyed Firefly. I don't think there's anything bad about it, but I'm not like all that super invested in it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
not like, but this
If we
episode,
stopped.
yeah, if we
And
stopped, I wouldn't be like, oh man, I missed it. Like I wouldn't care. But this episode definitely made me more interested in the show as a whole because this was a really, really good episode. Like
Mhm.
if there were more episodes that were this strong in the series, and I would definitely be way less reluctant.
Well,
And
now I
yeah.
feel bad because I've said this is my favorite one
Well, I
so
mean,
far.
there may be others that I'll like more, but I mean,
That's
but
true.
yeah, this
Possible.
is this, but yeah, this definitely made me less reluctant to watch it. Yeah.
So yeah, and Mr. Croup also asked, do you think there's a reason why they sidelined Kaylee? Mostly, I would guess she wasn't central to Saffron's plan,
Yeah.
and the episode's mostly about Saffron, and of course Mr. and Miss. I mean, she is Miss or Mrs. Reynolds,
Hmm.
the title character in this case. So I think part of it is they sideline her because she's not in the way like Wash is there,
Right.
and then Inara later, and then really the only thing Book does is confirm the tradition at the beginning, and then early on also Mal. So,
Yeah. Well, and I think, I mean, they didn't necessarily, I feel like
but I
they,
feel like the one they sidelined was River,
yeah, I was just going to say they
because
sidelined
if
River.
River had been in it much at all, the jig is up. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do?
Or if the jig isn't up, then it raises a whole bunch of questions because
Yes, about
we've
what
established that River has
River
this. Yeah.
reads body language better than anybody. We saw we did River talk to Badger?
I don't remember.
Okay, then probably
No,
not.
yeah, she did. Yeah, because she did the accent, right? Was Badger the one she talked to when she did the accent, or was that another character?
No, that was Badger. Okay,
That
thank
was
God.
bad. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I was like, I'm not, because that may happen later, and I don't want to give away that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, she obviously picks up on a lot from Badger, and so I mean,
Mhm.
so it's already established by the time we get to this one that
Yeah,
she has these, she can do a cold read
yeah,
really well.
yeah. So
Um.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think River was I would say River was sidelined for plot reasons. I don't know if I mean I guess it depends on what you consider sidelining. I mean, Kaylee wasn't. It's just Kaylee didn't have a lot to do in the episode because there's only so many minutes
Yeah.
in the hour,
Mhm.
and as a writer, you make choices, and this is about Mal
Mhm.
and Saffron
Yeah, and you've got, I
and
mean,
the
a limited time frame. This
yeah.
is how long the episode is.
And honestly, I mean, Kaylee had a couple of moments here and there.
Mhm.
Book didn't really have a whole lot to do either, but he
Yeah.
got to be the guy. He got the little special hell joke, and he got to be the
Mhm.
guy who read the encyclopedia. So I mean, his little bits were maybe a little bit more stand out a little more.
Mhm.
But
But they were
everybody
still
has
very
their
small bits.
yeah, very small bits. Everybody has their little moments, but it's more and of the non Mal regulars, the most important is Inara because that connects to Mal, and
Well, and
so
also
I
because
mean,
that connects to Saffron.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, it connects to Saffron too. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so yeah, I and do you want to tell remind everybody about your YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah, I have a YouTube channel.
You're cutting
Uh,
back. You're cutting back now, right? So you
yes.
don't have a video. Do you have a video going up tomorrow?
Did I have a video go up yesterday? What's today?
Yes, you did. You did.
Okay, so
Today's
not
Wednesday.
tomorrow. So this week it'll be Tuesday and Saturday.
Right.
Yesterday I did so Tuesdays are lesson videos, so there was one there, and Saturday I think this is the one for the beginning of the year. It's my reflection on 2021.
Yeah.
And then next week it'll be the next section of Pride and Prejudice, which will be the end of volume 1.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's I still I'm finding that I like all the characters that I think I'm not supposed to like, except for Carolyn Bingley. Not real fond of her, but Mary and Mr. Collins and Charlotte Lucas are the characters that I connect with the most and that I like the best.
Yeah.
And like Jane, of course, is still the good one, but she's sort of like very mildly sweetened oatmeal. It's like, okay, it's good for me. That's nice.
This could be worse.
Yeah. She's very bland
It's
and
palatable.
Nice. You can't. No, I take that back because you can dislike oatmeal and you can't really dislike Jane. So, maybe she's more like cold pizza.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's still
it's
pizza.
Better than no pizza.
Yeah. It's pizza.
It's pizza. Yeah. Next week we will be back to Deep Space Nine for this show, and we will be watching the episode Dax. Guess who that's about?
Oh, it's about. Wait, I know this. It's about. So it's about the one who has the thingy inside her.
Yes.
And she used to have a male form, but like the thing inside doesn't actually change forms.
Right.
But they use pronouns based on the external form.
The host.
The
yes.
host.
Yes. Exactly.
So I know these things now. And also they're in deep space and it's Space Station 9.
Yes. Deep
so it's
space.
Called Dax. So
yeah, the episode is called the episode is Dax, and it's about Dax.
Not quite as spoilery as this title with Armin's Red.
No, it's gee, I wonder who this girl's going to turn out to be.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah. And also on Monday, I will be putting up the next volume of our comment responses.
Sweet.
That we did. We recorded a whole bunch of comment responses to our videos that we do together, mostly about Batman, but also about the Zootopia video we did. And so that's going up on Monday. And I haven't edited it yet, but I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Okay. Well, but also you had a video that went up today.
I did on my Titans video.
Yes!
Which I'm quite pleased with. Yes, my why did I keep watching Titans?
So that you could do that video.
So that I could shoot that video. Apparently, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I hope people who watch it enjoy it. Michael, yes, there will be 4 volumes, I believe, and I think there will be 4.
Because you put 2 of them in one.
Yes, but then
there were 5 videos that we'd done.
Yeah, so and I was just going by. Just sort of eyeballing like from how long we talked
because that was like freaking that was like God, that was like take breaks and come back to it.
Little behind the scenes trivia. When we shot those videos, we shot them all from like a Saturday morning into an afternoon, and we didn't plan it. It's not like we said like the night before, okay, get a good night's sleep because we're going to record videos for 6 hours tomorrow. It just kind of happened.
It was see, because I've never done anything like that. So I was like, "Ooh, look, comments!" And this person said this, and this person, a lot of this came up a lot. So I want to acknowledge that. And this is one that kind of, sort of goes along, sort of is, sort of the median for what people said with that. And this is interesting, and nobody said it. Else said it, so I want to pinpoint that. And so then you're like, "Well, we can winnow those down." And then I was like, "But I already like."
I did it. I winnowed them already.
And these are the ones that I like. And you're like, well, okay, we'll just see how long it goes. And then it went all day. I was I was going to go out and exercise. Did I do that? No, I did not.
But the nice part is we got enough material for 4 videos, and so that the next one of those goes up on Monday, and also Monday night is my next conversation stream, and the guest will be Reverend Junia Joplin, who is a trans pastor, and she has written and talked about her experience as a trans woman, being a Christian pastor and transitioning while being the leader of a church. And she's really cool and has a really interesting story, and we're going to talk about her and her sort of life and her story.
So you're an atheist though, right, Steve?
I am an atheist. Yes,
I am
an atheist.
Debate her?
No.
Are you going to argue with her?
No, I am not. We're going to have a conversation.
I thought that was what atheists did.
That's what some of them do, but that's not what I'm going to do because she and I, we agree on more than we disagree on. And if our big disagreement is whether or not God exists, and we're on the same page about everything else, why are we going to fight about that exactly?
Because that's what atheists do.
That's what atheists do way too often. way too often.
You better be careful. They're Don't take away your atheist card.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of them already have.
They
But I
got
sleep
to have it
like
a
a baby.
long time ago.
Yeah, there are some people who took away my atheist card a long time ago, but I sleep like a baby at night. I do not care. But anyway, that's the conversation stream Monday. And Wednesday is I have another. There's another pre-recorded video going up next Wednesday. I have no idea what it is. Probably another. Where do we go from
Yeah.
here? But I haven't written it yet. And I wrote a video.
Have you?
And I wrote a video today that I'm going to
Yeah,
shoot at
you
some
wrote the
point.
script.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be. Hopefully, it turns out good. The script is.
Really excited
Yeah.
about what we talked about.
The idea is funny and the script is funny, so hopefully it turns out to be a
It'll
funny
be
video.
funny.
Hopefully, yeah. So maybe I don't know when I'll shoot that. Maybe I'm gonna edit our next video. Our comment responses tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll have time to shoot it tomorrow, but I'll shoot it sometime soonish. But anyway, and then this Friday, day after tomorrow, is Ask Away, and then a week from Friday.
Questions in.
Yes, patrons.
I have a really good question, and I'm so excited to see what your response is.
Yes, you do. I've seen it. You do have a good question. So anyway, so that's it. That's all the plugs, and of course, Dana's YouTube channel is linked in the description of this video.
Thank you, Steve.
As always, I encourage everybody to subscribe to Dana's channel and watch her videos.
You can learn about
awesome.
grammar.
She makes grammar videos. She makes videos about literature and about teaching, and just she has an awesome YouTube channel and makes awesome videos. So you should all watch her videos. So yeah,
the wheels on the chair actually work now. I got a new chair.
You upgraded. You upgraded to your chair. You upgraded to a better chair.
Yeah.
And anyway,
I guess we're done.
I think we are done.
Well, thank you all so much for coming and watching along with us for my favorite episode of Firefly.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Bye.